Yo.
Man, a real bad man. Fire pan Babylon.
We not deal with Babylon. Rasta not deal with Babylon.
Yeah.
So, anytime fire breeze pan them,
Me dear pie. That is all I know.
Boo, everything cool, Bazu. Everything cool for this side.
So thank God for life.
Yes, first story. One of the story highlights of last week would be new categories and also revision of certain categories under the TGMA. And one of the categories that caught our attention the most has to be Best Urban and Contemporary Song of the Year. We are blessed to have the... Hey.
Wow. That's yours?
Yeah, this one is for me. This one is for me. This one is for Best Alternative Dancer of the Year.
Wow. When is it happening?
1st of February.
So there's a change in the date.
There's a change in the date.
Alternative
We had
dancer.
an issue with venue.
Okay.
So we had to sort it out. So I was
You own a venue. Why would you have issues with venue?
Yes, I don't own a venue.
You own a venue.
don't.
You do.
My name is Robert Clark.
You do.
I don't own a
You
venue.
do.
I don't own a
You
venue.
do.
He works with people that owns a venue.
No, he owns a venue.
Okay.
I own a venue.
Okay.
By the fact that I've associated with them before, I own that venue. I'm going
Okay.
to call my boss and say, I want the venue today. If anybody, I want it.
If you take give me.
Yes, you own a
I
venue.
get you, except I wanted to go somewhere else.
I get it. No, this is nice.
So Ghana Dance Industry Awards.
Yeah, this is.
I like it.
So there's a change in the date, right?
Yeah, it's going to be on the 8th.
On the 8th of February.
Yeah, on the 8th.
That's
of
our
February.
Zonto thing.
Yeah, so this is our Zonto thing.
Okay.
Representing contemporary contribution to the youth of Ghana. It is non-tribal.
Okay.
Because it is, you can't say it's for guns, it's for that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The star in the middle representing the fact that you are the one winning, you are putting in the effort. And then we have it seated on the drum. The drum is a djembe drum which speaks to traditional African dance. And because the master drummer is who controls the movements on the dance floor. And then we have the Dinkra symbols that represents the elements that, resilience and all of those cool meanings, the Jinyami and stuff like that. 10 Dinkra symbols to represent all the elements. And then we have obviously it seated on the fact that your naming comes in. So a lot of thinking has gone into it, and Charlie.
Thank God. Thank God. Some things you've seen in the past. You've seen.
We've seen some flags there.
You've seen some things.
So that's the combination we have. Old, new, put together, and the sign here is like victory. So it's everything in there. Yeah, so
Ghana Dance Industry Awards, 8th
but
of
the
February.
sample,
Venue.
It looks looking good. Oh, it's still National Theatre. National Theatre. And you still have your slots to come and do your
Yes,
thing.
yes. I'll be doing the best alternative
First of all,
dance.
February,
Best
right?
alternative
The
dance.
1st February. That's
No,
okay.
8th,
Eighth
yes. Now
February.
it's 8th, yes. So the information is going out there. Giddy.
More
Yeah,
fire.
well, because Bulldog could present award, but before I go present it for dance.
No problem.
That will be doing.
I mean, my first girlfriend I get to be dance, I take catch up.
Sharp.
Yeah. My first girl.
You give her moves. Bad moves.
I mean, that they dance for funeral and dying things. Funeral dance, I be me so,
You finish and they go give you meat pie.
Yeah, bono party. Asana, Kenoko, so I've been there,
I've been
there.
paid your dues.
Yeah, exactly.
You paid your dues.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the conversation. I'm glad that we have Robert in the building.
Yeah.
So, best alternative, best urban contemporary gospel song of the year. And that was what we were discussing. We were looking at some of the issues, the gray areas that we feel, if we shape it a little bit, Charlie, go feel make it go far, but sit well with a lot of people. Where do you stand with respect to this category?
The best contemporary what?
Best urban gospel.
Best urban gospel.
Yes, best urban or contemporary gospel song of the year.
So I think for me, they are looking at trying to rope everybody in. Because you see, usually there's always a cutoff point, right? So they might have 20 or 30 or let's say 50 nominations. No, sorry. People filing in, right? And there's a cutoff point at maybe 10 or maybe 8. Now, this cutoff point might not serve the purpose of the people doing the traditional gospel. So they are looking at opening another category for those who do, like we've been saying this, I don't know if they did that this year, and we've been asking them to do it, but again, maybe the genre has not, maybe, you know what I'm saying, but we'll try and bring it back.
I know what you're about to say.
Yeah, they need to break reggae and dancehall.
Okay.
You see, to accommodate everybody. It will help grow the space. There are a lot of people doing dancehall, there are a lot of people doing reggae. You know, so it's the same thing they've done for the gospel thing. So I am cool with it. You know, that, okay, open up so people will understand that, okay, when the song that you just played right now from
Come Now, yeah.
that is more traditional gospel, if you want to put that way. If you go to Hewale, what's this guy's name? Perez. That goes more into the urban space. So I'm sure
more contemporary.
Yes, you know, they'll line them up there and also put these ones here. So for me, it makes some sense. I mean, sense.
Okay. So before Robert joined, Tilly, you did here. I don't want to
speak for you.
In fact, the host will speak for him, but we're saying that I know the talk that you be host. So speak for your body right now. You did here.
If I be host, I'll be majestic. I think Robert listened, right?
I listened.
So then you can address it.
I can address some of her elements.
I beg you.
Except that some of her statements didn't feel like they were questions. Even though she asked questions, you can complain a question. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes,
how do you do that?
Oh yeah, like, what are you talking about? It doesn't feel like you're asking a question. You can ask a question by saying, you guys did this, I'm not too clear. Okay. But I think this and this and that. Even though I'm thinking this, or you guys have said this, I'm just not clear because this is that. And because the manner in which you put it, even though you can say, but I put a question mark at the end, it doesn't mean it's a question.
Okay.
It could be a rhetoric. It could be rhetorical.
So
if you understand what I'm saying.
So, what are you talking about? It's not a question.
You see, again, contextually, no, based on the way you said it. All right. So let me not go into the arguments. Let me come back to the area. Anytime, for example, the board sits to do something, you must understand that usually it's gone through X number of years of thinking and research to be able to support, understand, and questions about PR angle have been asked and answered satisfactorily before you even want to be able to come out. Because the moment it comes out, it's something that you have to stand with all the way through to the end. Now, I haven't mentioned anywhere, for example, that the cutoff points will drop people off. But obviously, because of Boo's position in terms of experience in the space, and he having organized base awards and all of that, he's able to immediately pick from insights and stuff like that. Now, an award scheme is usually not for you, the organizer.
Okay.
It's for the people. And each category represents a particular community that you are dealing with. Okay. So the various communities that you are dealing with, you always get their input and information, and you want to be able to couch things to feed them appropriately. There is a huge base of those who are within the urban contemporary gospel fraternity. Huge. Okay. They represent a huge base. Huge. And these people are underrepresented to a certain extent.
Okay.
Not because they don't have not because they don't have an opportunity. The opportunity is there, but sometimes there are different levels. And so because of that, people are not able to push themselves up to that particular point to realize what they are looking for. So obviously, with a little bit of sensitivity and empathy, you need to understand the dynamics of the game. And once you understand the dynamics of the game, then you find a way to couch what can represent that particular community because they matter.
Okay.
So there are lovers of urban and contemporary gospel who exist, and you want to be able to meet their needs. And you could see the excitement when you had the phone calls with the people from the fraternity. You have no idea the number of people that have reached like Charlie right now. The vim with which they are using to come out now, the things they are doing, because they exist. You understand? And you want to be able to meet them, at a particular point. So you realize that for how many, 2-3 years now, there have been conversations about this over and over again. But this is the time that we feel it's appropriate to be able to have this embracement happen, and that is why it's happening.
Okay,
you understand? Yeah. So urban contemporary gospel needed. Why? Because again, these folks, per the rules of the scheme, do not play in the other categories. Or the other genre category, they don't play in it. They don't play in high life. They don't play. Once you are identified with the gospel, area, you are not playing in any of the other areas.
Okay.
It's not your space. You understand? Apart from maybe the elements that focus on talent, so like maybe vocal, or maybe they are looking at record of the year, or you are looking at. But apart from that,
that is when they have the opportunity of being in a category with secular artists.
Yes.
Yes, or yes. So
they
if
have
you
a
are not,
level playing field.
Yes, so that one, yeah, because you are judging talent.
Okay.
You are not. It's not from the perspective of song.
Okay.
Do you understand?
It has nothing to do with the message.
It has nothing to do with the message.
Okay.
And just so we are clear, genre categorizations. First of all, categories are not equal to genres.
Okay.
Award schemes category is not equal to genre. Usually they are broader than genre, because you can have multiple genres in a category. Do you understand? So the category is defined to embrace similarities and for the purposes of management of the scheme or nuances of the space in which you are in. Just so that you can declare that X or Y. It doesn't necessarily mean that we are taking away from your artistic value of how you can express yourself with respect to whatever genre. If you go to the DSPs, they also have their own classifications. They have, in fact, for some songs that we call high, they don't even recognize them as high life, but they have their own classification. You understand what I'm saying? Because it is their rules and how they work with. So we are not taking away, it's just rules, that define how we operate in order to be able to meet a particular level. So if, for example, we get to that point where reggae dancehall, is broken up, you realize that there will be dancehall and then there will be reggae. So by the two put together, it doesn't mean it's a genre. It's not a genre. It is a category that embraces multiple genres that have similarities. So
for the purposes of the scheme.
For the purposes of the scheme.
Okay.
You understand? Now, the other side, which is more technical, and these ones, I'm sure Bull will even make an input. He may probably support Tilly or not. A genre is not just defined by sound. Yes.
Okay.
When I ask you, for example, what is jazz? I don't know what answer you would give me.
It will be from the sonic experience.
But you consider jazz as a genre?
Yes.
Good. If somebody raps on jazz, what would you call it?
He puts it in hip hop.
Good. So is hip hop a sound or it is the vocal delivery?
Hip hop, in that context, would be the vocal delivery plus the experience.
Okay. So you realize that all of a sudden the goalpost for hip hop is changing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because rap is one of the key elements that plays a role in that space.
Yes.
But when you go into hip hop, you realize that hip hop is not just rap.
Okay, it has a lot. Hip hop. Okay, so hip hop is quite different because there are other elements attached to hip hop.
So, but you realize that when you get deep, then you realize that then the things are changing. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So you can't just say that sound is the only. You understand? Because you may not classify gospel as gospel because you think the sound is what defines it. But I'm sorry, in genre categorizations, when you go and check, it is one of the things listed. It's 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 not like somebody is just cooking it. So it's there, it exists. So you follow things, you learn of things and work with things in order to be able to progress. So I understand. So these dynamics sometimes it's not set in stone. You just need to be able to find a wise way to work around the dynamics so that for the purposes of the scheme, you are able to advance. Okay. You understand? So the argument about a song coming, like if I create a song and finding the right fit for it and stuff like that, there are schools of thought. And one of the schools of thought is break it when you release a song. If the message is gospel, put it in gospel. If it's here, that kind of stuff. The other school of thought is put gospel folks within one category. Put this here. None of them is right or wrong. Okay. The only thing is what is most appropriate as determined by the decision makers. Okay. Somebody will have to make the decision, and somebody has made a decision that this is how it's supposed to go. If in the future they decide to change or shift the goalpost, then again, it means at that time they found it as the most appropriate. But for now, this is it.
Okay. Based on what you just said right now, I want to ask you this. If you are looking for a category based on, let's say, hip-hop song of the year, or It used to be hip hop song of the year, or it's still in the categories.
Well, I think there's hip hop. There's hip hop. Yeah, hip hop song of the year.
So best rap performance is a different
Rap performance focuses on the rap.
on the rap
so
itself.
Your rap,
Okay, so
your
hip hop
delivery.
hip hop song of the year needs to come with the lifestyle bit of it. It encompasses every part of hip hop that we know, right? Same would be for gospel song of the year. It should have encompass everything: faith, message, and all that. But then classification in that music genre won't be based on sound alone. That is what you're trying to say. Okay. So what if a secular artist releases a gospel project? In that light, that artist is acting or seen as a gospel artist. Would I be wrong?
So I get you.
Would I be wrong?
In the sense of your work,
Yes.
it could be gospel.
Yes.
From the perspective, from the lens of the scheme, the rule is that if you are not a gospel artist, then it doesn't qualify. So that is the rule of the scheme. It doesn't mean your song is not gospel. Do you get it? Rules of the scheme, different from rules of life. Do you understand what I'm saying? You identify as a slim, energetic person.
Exactly.
I'm looking at you and I'm thinking, no, you are plus size. No, hello, I'm sorry. When I look in the mirror, I see a fresh, fine boy. That is you. We look at you, we see something different.
Okay,
at
so
the end of the day,
looking...
it's half empty, half full. It is, different perspective and different rules, and then that is how we are running it.
Okay.
You know,
I would want to advance the conversation.
This matter go hard, though.
That's the loophole right there.
This matter go hard, though.
yeah. So
Because it looks like
I mean, it is their scheme.
Yes.
So they'll find scheming ways of
And big English
yes
to confuse us.
Oh, there's no confusion.
because I mean, if you want to look at that, then we can pick every song and say anything with it, because the song that you just played right now, from Komna Komna, then if Kimpaluta, Anamrado or Sarkodie jumps on it, what would it become then? Because then you have
hip hop, because it's hip hop
you
artists.
see,
Yes.
you have all that.
Yeah, because so you realize that all the other categories, they play based on the scheme.
Yes.
They are able to move within, and the gospels don't move or cross over.
You
So you are also protecting their box. That is all. They don't come into the other areas, and so the other people are also not allowed to go into their space. That is all, with respect to the scheme. You get it?
With that you can't contest. This is their scheme.
I mean, it's
This
their
is what
scheme.
they-
So if for example, and there's been arguments, there are folks on the board who have argued back to back, and maybe one day they'll win the argument. If they win the argument and it's lifted, then that one it becomes all play all.
All play.
You understand? But for now,
I think Kwame Dazi has advanced that conversation for a minute. But anyway, let's look at some.
it was more than a minute.
More than a minute. But questions there for Robert.
No questions there, but as he
Feel
talk,
free.
like he has issued a certain statement that
For the scheme.
makes it,
The scheme.
Come
You'll be going back and forth
or stay
over
for
it,
the
yeah.
scheme. This is their definition. What you
Yeah,
can do?
there's nothing you can do.
What can you do?
Emfa.
Emfa.
Je ne suis pas enfaillé. It is never going too far. Let's look at the best African song of the year. And I think this came in to replace the best African artist of the year. And by definition, it says the best African song is the song adjudged by the Academy Board and the general public as the most popular song of a non-Ghanaian African act commercially released in the year under review. The song must have generated the most public excitement and enjoyed a lot of patronage from the Ghanaian general public. And this is more or less a revised category. Yeah. How did you arrive by this?
No, so every year you're looking at the African artists in a particular space in terms of what they have done, their impacts. You're asking yourself who's impacted your space the most, and who's actually doing the most within the African space and maybe globally. But then again, you also notice that there are songs that are banging within your space. So it's a matter of making a decision between whether you should evaluate the works of the artist or you should evaluate the works of the songs within your space heavily. And so if people advance reasons, and at the end of the day you choose which one is most appropriate based on what has to be done. And so we feel like at this point going forward it should be the song that we should look at. And so yes, the song was selected.
Ahead of the artist.
Yes, ahead of the artist. Because in that particular case, you can probably look at if Buga was the biggest song here, then you focus on Buga. that kind of stuff.
Okay. So I'm seeing in other categories, I'm seeing. Boo, you want to touch on it?
No, I'm good with that.
In other categories, I'm seeing best Afro pop song of the year, and I'm seeing best Afro beat / Afro pop song of the year. I don't know if it's error or because I have best
Afro. You have Afro pop, Afro beat artist.
Yes, Afro pop, Afro beat artist of the year,
Yes.
and I have Afro
Pop song and
of,
Afrobeat song.
Okay.
Separated.
Well, the one that I have here is just best Afro pop song of the year.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. Afro pop song
So you
on its own.
So you've separated
yes.
Afro pop on its own.
Yeah, at the beginning we had Afro. I mean, Boo won Afro pop.
Yep.
First, you know, they won.
For us. The songs that we don't want rush.
Then
we
then
do
Great
this
give you.
they create for us because at the time the song was so huge, you don't know where you go put them. So if you create a category,
Then put for
and
inside.
that's when we won that, you know. And I told my boss I was going to win it. They won't do some argument, and I win them.
Simple.
Sharp.
Right now, I feel say like I know for Toxaf.
Yeah.
I allow the guy make a rush me.
Yeah. 2025 we go blow on our own horns.
You know what I mean?
We go remind you people. Yes, hold on here.
Ochechon.
We remind you.
No, but Boo, we do plenty work. You know, every day for the talk, man. Charlie.
For loud down, for loud down. But any reason why you had to separate the best Afro beat and Afro pop song of the year?
Again, it's about the dynamics of the scheme. You have you have an influx, you have numbers coming through, you have people doing more of these songs.
Okay.
And so you want to be able to break it up so that you can accommodate and ensure that the cutoff point doesn't exclude certain solid, good songs that have come within the year under review. So what it means is that it calls for the separation so that you can allow all of these things to, you can accommodate all the good songs that have been produced in the year under review.
I like what you just said. So the thing is, so what is Afrobeat? What is best Afrobeat song to the scheme?
Okay.
You know, and what is best Afro pop song? Because you know that Afro is African, pop is popular. So you go to beats, you know that Afro is African, beats are beats. So what he's trying to say is that, if I understand it, so you can have a good Afro beat song that did not really do well and can win that category. Is that the case?
So you have an Afrobeat song that did well. You win you be in the category Afrobeats.
No. What I mean is, you have a very good Afrobeat song, but was not that popular.
If it's not popular, then it doesn't get featured.
Okay.
In the
In the
pop
Afro
space.
pop song, right?
It doesn't get featured in the Afrobeats. Okay, so let me put it this way:
Okay.
the scheme has got its way of defining what Afrobeats is,
Okay.
and defining what Afro
Okay,
pop
so then
is.
I think it's right if
you know. So
The definition.
can I define it?
yeah, no,
Or,
okay,
there's a different
So
operational-
you go ahead and mention this, but there are operational definitions
Operational definition,
that the
okay.
classification
This is just category definition for
team
people like me.
uses.
Yeah, but you see, that is where it gets a little bit murkier, right? Or we blur the lines. If this is what the public is reading, you should be working with it. If you say there are operational definitions, you need to put it out so we know, because, like I'm saying, Afro beats is African beats. That genre can be popular, right? So unless you're telling me Afro pop is another genre that you guys want to say, okay, for the scheme we see this as a genre.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because Afro beats, because if you have a song like let's say it's an Afro beat song. That same song can go into Afro pop because it became big at some point, popular.
Yeah.
You know, so we need to, you know, you get where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from the purposes of educational arguments.
Yeah.
Because obviously you can pick all of these elements. You say pop means pop culture. It also means popular. And then you go to Afro means Africa. So then it means all of that. In certain cases, they are used interchangeably. So at some points, we put the two together, etc., etc. But then again, you now realize that progressively, songs of West African descent, especially Ghana, Nigeria, influenced pop songs had a particular vibe. And all of them sounded a particular way, quite different from the general Afro vast songs or popular culture from Africa. And so you can have songs with the Afro, the Francophone vibe, and all of those things with Amapiano and all of those elements, and how different they are from probably what is coming from Ghanaian influenced, modernized high life, which you can call a contribution to something we are defining as Afrobeats.
Yeah.
And then you're looking at, so based on all of these nuances, you're like, okay, you know what? Let's group this under what we will call Afrobeats. Let's group this under what we will refer to as Afropop, just to be able to bring the separation and allow for placements to be done. So every time the songs are released, you have the classification team going through, applying their principles, listening, and then evaluating. So this one is a good fit for this one is this one because of this, this one, and this one is blending almost everything. This guy.
Where do we place it?
Yeah, then they're like, but I'm hearing a piano at the beginning. Yeah, but the middle portion is just this. There's a song by Shame Kwame. Then the beginning be traditional. My friend is saying drums. Then when the music. So it's like this is our artistic expression. So so they do that work based on a guide that they have, and then they evaluate like, okay, so this is the best decision here. This one has to go here. This one has to go here. Sometimes they'll go and check, no, this one, it cannot be like, no, the precedent set for this was like this here, but they do all of that. And then eventually they come to the decision and say, okay, this one should be here and that one should be here. So it is not to belittle anybody's knowledge of the space and what they refer to or what they call whatever. But at the end of the day, there are guidelines that they use to be able to function in what they have set forth to do. And so
you come in right now. So is this the first time you are breaking it apart, right?
No, I think
last year,
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not taking notice. So again, then it is unfair.
But we still kept the artist.
Yeah.
I think still together for now.
So you see, then it is unfair again to the reggae and dancehall space. Because if you've had Afro, I mean, I don't get it. If you've had Afro pop songs or Afro beat songs, whatever category, and now they are standing on their own two legs, why can't you just break? It's just a plaque away. Why can't you do that for the space?
Yeah.
No, we've been saying this for forever.
Well noted.
You haven't said it. Have you said it?
Oh, I have.
How?
Oh, I have. I've advocated for this for a long time. I'm a reggae and dancehall
Please submit
person.
your advocacy to me.
It's still public.
No, submit. No.
So you want it in writing?
Send it to me.
Info at.
I'll to you.
No. Do that. No. Make submit because what
see,
happens is this. Usually, when we have the submissions made, we do a little bit of engagement. So if there are questions that are unanswered, we can even ask you those questions for them to see, to a certain extent, what you can answer about. That doesn't mean that you may have the answers. Okay. But then again, the other people will now begin to go on the grounds and find out whether, and again, because it is coming from you. Like submissions can come from different kinds of people. And depending on who it is, it may carry more weight than another person. You understand? Because you are an industry stalwart. You contributed. Your investment, for inside, you be like, recoup it. But yes, so you play a key role. So when it comes stuff like this, we know that it's coming from a base of insight. So therefore, there'll be a little more engagement just to be able to understand things from your perspective. Do a little bit more research. Justify it by how categories are put together, how the splits and stuff like that happen. And Charlie, if it's the way to go, why not? It will be embraced and then it will run with it, 100%. So clearly, I don't really see it being.
We'll do it if you will submit it properly, because we've been saying this for years. Because it's unfair. Trust me, that space is a huge space. When we were doing Base Awards, we had 26 categories for just reggae and dancehall. So you should know how big the space is, right?
So they're not for mush up.
Nah, them can't do that.
They can't do that.
No, they can't do that.
Can't cool.
Nah, brother, you can't do that.
You want to touch on this one?
Yeah, I think what he said, they have their definition of what it is, and that's the operational thing they are using, they're working. But I think there are some of them that could be made known to, especially those that go on the site to go and upload or submit their songs to be filed for nominations. Because I'm thinking, yes, there are people that actually submit for some, but I am sure some artists too, or most artists to submit themselves, and the artists know the songs that they are doing. They know, they were in the studio. They know that in the beginning this song was Fonton From, and then in the middle it was Agbaja, it was that. So if it is defined clearly, as you said, the Afro pop, maybe it's not Afro beat, but it's an African sound, probably a francophone sound that became a popular thing, but it's not Afro beat. They knowing the sound and what they did, if that definition is there, they will know where to enter, the best spots on the site to enter which one, so that it doesn't even make your work hard by bunching everything in thinking that, oh, okay, because it be Afro, it will be Ghana sound, or it be Africa sound, then it be Afro beats with that. So I think you should extend or understand or probably think that they should be intelligent enough to understand some of our working elements, to be able to file it the right way or decide for them, so that this song actually fits this category by the well-defined explanation that has been put under this category and under that category. So typically, if you tell me that the gospel sector or the gospel category, they tell people that if you are not a gospel artist, no matter the sound that you have done, you cannot qualify to be. I am not sure any artist will come back after the awards to come and say, I did a gospel song, but they didn't pick me. Because when they were submitting, they saw that this thing is a clear disqualification. They didn't have to wait to be told by the organizers later after the award has happened that because you be secular artist where your song no qualify.
You
so
are
I
never
think
going to be
some
allowed
of the
into this.
operational details that you guys work, I know some of them you can't put it out because we will not understand. But some we will understand, and I think you have to let us know. So certain conversations that comes up after the award scheme, it can really be killed just at the submission phase.
Fair point. So you realize that these categories, you realize there quite a number of them, some small descriptions have been given. Extra info for each one of them, especially the song categories. You'd realize that like hip hop, we broke it down, like, you know, a few of them just to be able to explain, because we thought the first version of this was a very long one. I remember the new artist of the year, it was extremely long. And then when we finished all of it, like, man, this is too long, because we now measured, we checked and all of that. And, you know, so quite a number of conversations went on and on and on. We're like, okay, so if at the end of the day your focus is to address some of these nuances that she's talking about, then give an abridged information that addresses some of these things. And obviously at the time of introduction there'll be, you know, issues here and there, but after a year or two everybody will begin to, you know, become accustomed with the element. I think, for example, when you say artist of the year, a while back, people thought artist of the year referred to a single person. But right now, they know that artist of the year is not necessarily sing. It could be duo, it could be group, it could be whatsoever. Stuff like that.
I mean, let me just help you on that point. I mean, if you look at the category itself, I mean, the description, it's always been spelled artist with a bracket S. So I don't know how we gloss over that and come and say, yeah, you know, we don't pay attention to detail. You know,
Anyway, I don't know if any other category you want us to touch on. If there's any other...
not necessarily. I mean,
Tilly, you want to touch on any other category?
No.
We're good for now. Let's still stay with TGMA and
Pajamas.
Yeah, Pajamas. Yes, the Pajamas was on. Yes.
I will miss the Pajamas. I'll miss that one. But for shaking reasons, it'll be like every year we for still remember, like throwback.
But still, I think all they've done is to replace the T with a V, and it still is in the same category. You know, in English,
depending on whether you're Ghana or
Totos. You know,
Charlie. Anyway, why are you sabotaging some of us? Article 1 quizzes shout outs. Yes. Dear TGMA, comma. Dear TGMA, comma. Kudos to TGMA for your remarkable work over the years. As you plan ahead, I humbly request creating a lineup of talents like myself and others who deliver truly memorable performances, not just jump and go act. Having energetic supporters up front could also help hype the event and keep the vibe alive. My little contribution with respect. Signed, yours unforgettably, Article 1. He has a new song out, by the way. I won't make we vibe to him. You see, this jam there, 2025 and beyond, go conquer everybody. Feel okay, that's the title of the song. Article 1 himself is not feeling okay. Yes, he's saying, dear TGMA, comma. Now this one says, if you don't give address, if you give Article 1 poster address. Right now, I've been told that he's it's a Ghanaian, Ghanaian based in the UK.
Yes.
International collaboration service.
Yes. So what is he asking for?
He's saying, I will take it back. He's saying that as you plan ahead, I humbly suggest creating a lineup of talents like myself and others who truly deliver memorable performances, not just jump and go acts.
Oh, okay. So he's asking for an opportunity to perform. Okay.
Yeah, it's a humble request.
When they jump other artists, we get the opportunity to perform.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's his view. We've seen that some people...
And he's actually buttressing his point, saying that having energetic supporters up front could also help hype the event and keep the vibe alive.
But you see, I get where it's coming from, right? But you see, in 2025, because we are here now,
yes,
we can't go into... My father says there's no window that you can open and go here, and there's no other window that you...
I still search for that window.
You're just here. He says we live in daytime compartments, Now, in 2025, any award scheme that will allow any artist to come and jump and back and forth, nobody should be blaming the artist. We should be blaming the producers of the show.
Okay.
Yes, and what I said to say, because there's a whole production. You see, you are there to give people a memorable time. Mm-hmm. You understand? So you don't even enroll somebody to come in if it is the person that you want. So let's just say, Kim Paluta has a huge song and you cannot do without him on that day, then find something for him to do. I mean, he knows what I'm saying. Make sure that 3 minutes is memorable. Yeah. Because he goes, if the credit comes to you, it's not necessarily about the artist as well. I think a lot of people are beginning to understand what we do in the space and know that, look, if somebody comes to come and hold their, what do you call it?
You can't sag in pan.
Yeah, they go, then that one there we failed, so that defeats this part of, but I'm sure he's asking to perform and a platform to showcase what he's got. So you people should consider that, I beg.
But Robert, have you seen it?
Yeah, I've said. Should I? If I talk, Silly will not talk again.
Okay, so.
Well, I agree with the second part where he's saying we should have energetic people in front. As in, there's a part you read that there should be energetic people in front, right? To take the performance on.
Talking about
having energetic supporters up front.
Up front.
Could also help hype.
But I think,
paid to do
I think it depends. Usually, that kind of setting, it depends on the setup that you have done. That will determine if we can bring people forward and if we can even control those we've brought forward, so they don't distort the flow of events.
We should just advise all these people that they come there to get out of their. You know what I'm saying?
Teaching zone.
What is wrong with them? I don't understand. You see, I've said this thing years back. You are the US or UK.
MD for the YP.
They come and did there like that. Like what?
I want you check and they look
MD for what?
The YP and the TP.
It's
like they have the big portfolios.
Minister of Information or they come there like what?
The smart set.
Why? Then why are you there?
But can there also be a seating arrangement? Because the last time, I think last week on the show on Daybreak, Robert was schooling me a little bit about cinema theater and the seating arrangements of theater and where they even zones that they even classify as VIP zones. Yeah. Can there be a revision of
I understand
seating?
all that. You see, that is more of production. I'm talking real life.
Yeah. You want to advise them?
Why are you there? Don't be home.
Jiwani,
man, like the shit, the pee, the laugh, like you be some stone. Why are you there? Jimmy no does too much.
I would trade.
No, Jimmy, no, this we be human beings.
Shall I right now be your government within power?
Oh, about what? So what?
Like you know,
So what? So I for J the Jimmy for there.
I mean,
no, I cannot. So maybe I have to slur Jimmy.
What kind of Jimmy is that?
I like that.
That sounds very.
We are human beings. We're here to, and especially where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
Be funeral.
You actually planned.
Yeah, be funeral you to go. Be, like I don't know, like a burial service.
You don't know supposed to most of the time they don't buy tickets. So they either it's true.
Like they force them to come there.
They don't force them. They are either sponsors, so they have to go and represent their company, or maybe they are doing something. So they don't, because if you bought tickets, how much is your ticket?
It changes,
600,
600, 500, and you go and be checked like that. Like you are constipated, sitting there like that.
Some people too who buy 1,000 people go and show the same thing. I think no,
those people fall into your category. The TGMA category.
Yeah, I beg you this year.
But come on, most of them they don't pay.
Look, I'm requesting, like the way Article 1 is requesting. Let me MC the show. I beg you. You go hear them.
You tell them.
Them go feel it.
Oh yeah.
Whenever I was on stage and he saw one guy, he said, "You, my guy.
Yeah.
You come here. Come for your money. Leave."
Yeah.
Everybody's happy here. What type of energy are you bringing? My brother, leave.
No, it makes sense. At some point, you have to start some people.
Yes.
Go start the back.
Oh.
Because I went to, let me give you a cool example. I went to Rapaholic some time ago. That is why I don't go for December events. I was holding a VIP ticket. I was at the way back, look at my height. And I was standing on something, and I can look at the front, and there are people sitting there, charcoal. They are not even happy to be there. I mean, I'm happy, no, I'm at the back, and I can't even see. The whole time, I was there for about 3 hours. I didn't see Sarkodie. I didn't see him. Like, I was in there, but I didn't see him. There's somebody that's when they pan the camera, you can see him on the screen. Why charcoal? I say she's been beaten to be there. Not space.
Let me ask Robert.
Wasting happiness in life.
Robert, is this something that has come across your table? I mean,
there's been different sitting arrangements at the Ghana Music Awards over the years. I think when we, funny enough, when we are at the dome, when we move from the conference center to the dome. Not this one, not the Grand Arena, the other one.
Okay.
The structure of that place allowed for the program to be done in a landscape version, and there was an aisle that would bring you directly from the back all the way to the front. So you had the award recipients and seated at the hand. So it allows for you to be able to work around who even sits in front and stuff like that. And then sometimes you're even able to have one side full of dignitaries, the other side full of people with the energy you needed and stuff like it's so it's some of those dynamics. But this one
have artists ever complained about?
Oh, artists ever they will complain.
See the feed of energy.
The energy,
But
now,
I think that
I wanted to know if they've complained officially.
Sometimes you go complain, but you see the reality of the show too is that you are doing a program and you need award presenters and award recipients to be seated in front. Okay. And a few of your dignitaries, obviously, because they have to be there and to be able to see things.
But they didn't buy tickets. Dignitaries they have.
And when you have artists, like you have Bulldog and his squad. Those coming with this artists, they be the front that they sit, and it's behind them is another set of artists and their team, and so usually that front part experience is full of the artists, celebrities, award presenters, and you may have a few of the dignitaries. The dignitaries are just a few; they're not as many as the artists. So it means the artists themselves are not cheering artists, and industry folks are not cheering artists, and so the conversation sometimes is, I get the vibe, I get everything that we are saying. But sometimes we also need to be able to get to that point where, and I'm saying this from having observed a few of the international performances. There are songs that when you start, people will automatically get up because they connected with your song before the event. Okay. You start and then they will get up and they want to jump to it. There are artists that even regardless of whether they have hit songs or not, when they appear, people would also want to get up and vibe with them out of respect, out of reverence, out of your contribution to the game over the years, etc. And we saw that when Amachi Dede just got up, everybody literally was up, Then we have people who come and they are rather expecting energy from the audience. That is where the challenge usually is. But when you have an artist who comes on stage and the artist is like, I'm here to give an act from beginning to end, I'm waiting for the applause at the end. If in the middle the applause should come, then fine. Then you realize that then the mindset is also a bit different. I remember watching the Burna Boy performance at the Grammys where he performed with what's the name, Brandy and all of that. It's not like he was waiting for an applause of some sort. There's an act. You start, the African drummers are around you, you're giving the Nigerian vibe. From then you break through, you walk, you go and meet Brandy, you hold Brandy, you bring Brandy down, you sing whatever. At the end of the day, you finish, bang, everybody claps.
Simple.
It's still a solid performance, and so I think that for me, given the situation, is if it's a concert scenario, then Charlie, concert there, you don't go feel good there, then or if as part of the performances that particular aspect has been curated for a jam, then that for a jam, dear Charlie, everybody for to be giddy up. Yeah. But for the most part, I think that artists should work on concepts and focus on delivering the concept from A to Z with expectation of clap at the end, so that sort of training does not make you feel like I'm not getting the energy, so because of that I'm not feeling vibe, that kind of thing. However, again, it also depends on the artist. A certain Samini who climbs stage and at that point, or nobody they jump, but they are singing. And then it gets to a point the song itself engineers what has to happen. So the dynamics are quite some way. But I understand everything that is being said. And we constantly need to find the common ground that makes everything work together. But I'm just saying that
it's the patrons.
we need to find
Okay.
We need to lighten up.
How
That's
about the
all.
production crew? Because most of us, we watch the show at home. We don't get to see what the artist is seeing directly from his point of view to see whether he even gets the energy. So the production team that is supposed to actually show us that this is an artist that people are, because most of the times when those things happen, it is just the people in front that are like that too. Those are the back are actually jamming.
Last year,
so you're saying that the camera shots should rather focus on the people
on
who
those that
are
giving
excited.
the energy, so we can also buy into that make believe. But if you focus on those checo women, normally you make up heavy, not what checo.
That one is a fair point, because at some point I remember asking somebody that so somebody picked a shot and the person picking the shot was complaining. I'm like, so why are you picking the shot if you're complaining? Pick something else that's more exciting. It was a very simple. I like if you are claiming that this person, why is the person? But the person is yes. So
are you doing an expose on the person? Just show us the other people that are excited.
Because why bring somebody that? So that one I understand because myself, I remember someday I was like so you have 10 shots on your screen. Pick the most exciting one. Why are you picking the one
especially for people at home?
Yeah, because we know we are watching. We don't see all these
to
people
add up
until
to
you
what
show
Tilly is
us.
saying,
Exactly.
There are times that artists will finish their performance and on social media, because I do a lot of emotional analysis there. You realize that people are saying, okay, this guy said in this stage nobody they clap for him, and it also affects the artist one way or the other,
And it's because of the shots the cameraman
exactly,
picked. Meanwhile,
exactly.
people jamming.
One of our deficiencies, but it's a lot of money to do that, right? You see, we are not able to mic the audience. So even if someone who was clapping, it would be very, very difficult to get it. You understand? You have a room.
Or sometimes they dot some of the mics, like 2 or 3 in different aisles. Then they did it. So sometimes they do. But I think that maybe we should even stretch to cameras at
exactly
the length and breadth of the
That's
place.
what I'm saying. So now you get a feeling. Because sometimes you're watching at home and you're just boxed at the stage level. Nothing else beyond it. So it's imperative that we have that. Once we have that, it makes everything lively if you're watching from home. You understand? Because production is key. And that's why if you watch Grammys and all these other ones, they don't go live. It's always recorded. So that they can get it right and so that you actually feel it. One of the things I also think we can also introduce is that after a performance, the DJ should put in like an applause, whether the people are clapping or not. Sometimes it engineers people to clap. You think that somebody's clapping, so
maybe we all clap.
Yeah, it helps as well. You understand? So some of these things should be looked at, and then But most important, the people. You see, they be happy. Charlie, you see, time no day. People feel say we get time, but time no day. But now then the words of our get why.
Corset.
Yeah, I get
Can't
it.
laugh.
Yeah, my stomach big, so they put something for there. So I know, Charlie.
As a couple,
They all need to start doing the 14 hours.
Yeah, it's 16.
16.
16, 8.
Simple.
And you feel empty and be able to, oh, boss.
So
But let me ask this.
You are still on your 16.
Oh, for life.
For life is for life.
Life.
He looks it.
Yeah, for life.
And them say go start.
Oh,
You know
no.
it. But I want to ask this on behalf of artists. What goes into selecting artists
To perform.
Okay, so usually we start with the nominees.
Okay.
We take from the nominees pool, and then if for any reason something has to be considered, it has to be like somebody has to make a strong case for maybe a reason why somebody is not necessarily part of the nominees, and then that happens. Okay. And then again, when you go to the experience concert or nominees jam, it also picks its name from nominees jam. So they pick from the nominees as like rare cases. Okay. So that is where it always begins from before. Usually, you understand. So in a year that somebody has been relevant, you want to focus on them rather than somebody who has not necessarily been, that kind of stuff.
But that doesn't mean that every nominee can perform, though.
Yeah.
Because we don't have the funding to do that.
Okay. So then, dear Article 1, I hope you heard what Mr. Robert Clark is saying. You have to force so that you can get your song to be nominated or you yourself to be nominated.
And now lobby.
And then you can now lobby. Yours truly, DJ Slim. Okay. Thank you.
But I mean, I think
jump and go artist now.
Jump and go. No. But I can say.
But
I can say. I can say that for a minute, that thing has never been recorded on the TGMA or VGMA platform.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of production that me myself I see backstage. Yes. From Baba Sadiq putting Kim Promise in water, putting Aquaman there. I mean, we've seen stuff happen on the.
But I like your question is very important.
Because
so he should be able to.
So you guys should. So when I watched 2 days ago, it was yesterday. I actually watched an interview on this same thing. Him and Abeku Santana talking, and Abeku Santana went hard in asking him the questions, asking him to even name the people, because if you were saying, and he said, he wasn't going to name, and Abeku Santana was like, nah.
Then why right?
Because I'm thinking back, and Mr. Drew is not a jump and go artist.
Never.
Can Promise is not a jump and go. He will share the song once or twice, but he will never go jump and go. We have
the way in vocals will be straight small for us.
And then
it be the water. The water with the
last 2 years that he did Terminator, some other song before this one, that video that trended was it water. And the gospel artists that perform, the gospel artists that perform, you can't call you can't even put them in that category. Jump and go. This suppose on one idea, checking the sound of the production and started. You get it. So I really don't know who is it. Kelvin Boy, who because. Episode is not a jump and go artist.
Yeah.
Episode will jump, but he will jump and stay.
I mean, he will jump and give you a moment where you go.
I have a shot. There's a picture of him where Charlie was hanging in there.
And the way he maintains his vocals, even
it's
crazy.
The LH, start here too.
I feel like he still don't get that international sweet spot yet.
Episode is a whole discussion.
I really don't know who this guy is talking about, honestly.
Maybe they watched 1932 one.
Maybe because I feel like he could have made a case for himself to be part of the scheme without having to sort of dump on that thing he said. Because I'm sitting here and I really want to know who in the last 2 years or even 3 years, who are the jump and go artists.
But my thing is, you see, if you cannot name names, don't start the conversation. You don't be a coward. So when I say something that Charlie, this thing, I go mention the person name, then let's have an argument. So when you come and say jump and go, who's jumping?
Because if you have to replace you with one person, let's say that the last who jumped that we are supposed to put you there, we don't know who.
Maybe
okay,
so maybe.
Well, he was on Abeku's show.
Okay, so maybe I'm tempted to believe. No, I'm asking. If I did one side, I'm tempted to believe that he he picked performances from other events, and he is trying to say that don't bring these artists who performed on these stages.
But then it's irrelevant because
exactly
because they've never been on those stages.
Maybe he's seen performance from Stonebwoy from one side, and he believes that performance is a jump and go performance.
I'm even thinking of Eno Baroni. You know that's rap set they did. No, hold on. That rap set that they did. These people don't come and do jump and go. So I mean, like.
Performance.
Don't bring anyone in this conversation.
No, I'm saying that set they didn't do jump and go, and these are rappers who could have jumped and gone, but they didn't jump and go. So I am really, who is he talking about?
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
But I think for me, it's just the summary for me from everything that's really like when I listen to the conversation with him and Abeku, the submissions that were made, etc., etc. It just comes to one thing: he's saying that he wants a shot on the stage. I think it's been a long while since he played on the stage.
Has he been on it?
Yeah, the last time it was on was when the Nyenye song was on. Solo. Solo. Yeah, he did a
How
performance.
Did he perform? Did he jump? Because that song will require you to jump.
I'll probably have to look for that particular video. But but essentially, that's what I hear him say. Wow. That's all I'm hearing. So well noted.
Okay.
Which would have been said without all these things.
Hey, Tilly. Anyway, music from Article 1, new joint. Make you guys go check him out. It's Feel Okay. Produced by himself. Yes.
Oh, no, that guy is talented.
He's talented, yeah.
Talented, serious talent.
From one music discussion to another one, I never got a response from Sarkodie for Makoma video shoot. I think Kofi Mole was on social media. People were saying that the song is actually a beautiful song. They wish it a beautiful song. People were saying that they wish the song had done more, or he had done more for the song by activating it with dope visuals. And then he was saying that he never got any response from Sarkodie, although he tried a lot by phone call and text to get King Sack's attention to be in the video shoot with him. And it's one of the songs, one of the issues that are trending over the week.
So there's no visual for it?
There's no visual. There's an animation visualizer.
Sarkodie be Jay-Z, you no go mind yourself. Like talk that. Max, who be Kofi Mole?
Let me ask you a question.
Sarkodie no mind that.
Let me ask you a question. Did that song drop before Sarkodie's No Pressure album? I'm trying to look for it. That's what I'm going now.
So
no, I'm going to say something. If you have data, check.
Let me do this one.
Sarkodie, don't speak for him.
I want to check.
Let me do that. Makoma, Kofi Mole.
Makoma, before No Pressure album.
I want to check the date.
Yes. It's very critical to the submission I'm coming to make.
Okay, so 25th September 2020. Okay.
For what?
For Makoma and No Pressure.
September 2020.
No Pressure by King Sack. Okay.
We're discussing 2020.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 2020.
So the song, actually released in 2020.
Oh,
so
okay.
This is 2021, 30th of July 2021.
Which one? No Pressure.
No Pressure.
Listen, now I can make my point knowing where I'm
Feel
standing.
free.
You dropped a song with Sarkodie Makoma, that was in 2020.
Yes.
It was a nice tune. I like the tune. And then you've been trying to hit him up to get him to be video, and you said you are not getting him. This same, I think, Kofi Mole made a post when Sarkodie's No Pressure album dropped. Jara, and
with medical.
I think he made a post saying that.
Kindly speak into the microphone.
He made a post saying that he has an idea. He made a post as Sarkodie on X saying that he has an idea for the video of Jara, and I think Sack says, "Oh yeah, okay, like if it happens, we go link up." So I'm saying that. Why did he not make a post about your project?
You've come. When did he make this post? Last week, the one.
Yeah, last week.
So he was responding to somebody, right?
He was responding to somebody who felt the social media user was like, this song could have done more if you had it like.
Because when he made a post about he wanting to direct the Jara song that he's not among, Sack commented and said, "Cool, we go do them." Even though that song, the Jara video no come out. If Makoma was that pressing and you wanted him that bad and you were not reaching him through testing, why didn't you use the same means that you got him to respond to? That everybody is watching. That could have probably gotten you the response you wanted faster to pull for your own. But all the same, I'm sure Sark, as he said, he has his own reasons for not making this happen.
You know, go man, you.
Oh, you know, go man. Oh, Sark. King Sark, king for a reason, you know. Yeah. You know, what he wants to be, what he did do. And you don't go for blame him. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Why?
But why do the feature if you don't want to be in the music video?
No, that's not the point. I mean, I want to bless you. I blessed you. I mean,
You bless me with a verse. Let's do it all the way up.
I don't get time. I don't have to be there. There are a lot of things you can do.
No, but that is another conversation that we need to be having because
I mean,
is that
Adam has complained about this. A lot of people have complained.
it's not just Sark alone, but there are other artists who featured, done features, and the person they did the feature doesn't want to even show up for the music video shoot.
There was a Drake Wizkid situation like that, right?
Yes.
Where Wizkid did.
And a Jay-Z, DJ Khaled. There's countless. So
there was a Jay-Z.
DJ Khaled had a song with.
No.
Was it
God
God
did? No. God did. They even did a performance on it.
There was a performance, but there's no video. Crap. There's a one with.
Okay.
DJ Khaled, McMill. Who's I don't think it was Busta Rhymes. And then Jay-Z had a verse on there. He didn't show up.
But you know something? It actually is quite surprising, especially for an artist like Adam, when he came to complain about the Sark one. Because guess what? He did a very beautiful video without Sark. And if you don't pay attention, you might not even know that Sark was probably missing out because the creative idea for that video was so good. Where some of the characters, their faces were taped. It was so beautiful. So you can actually do the video without the artist and the song still moves. You get it? So yes, I know that his presence in the video adds something to it. But you know how critical a video is to the song. If this artist is not availing himself, you have his vocal. Some artists might even allow you to use bits and pieces of some of their previous work to create a montage that works to fit in whatever you are doing. Or you can actually, there are songs that Sarkodie dropped that were a video for himself. It was just people dancing in the barbering shop. That was the video. That was the entire video of the thing. So could they not have been creative? Because you have the artist vocal. He's not saying don't use it in your video. You can use it. What could you have done to replace that part that will still hear Sark in it? But me that I'm sitting at home, I'll watch and be like, Sark, why you don't push yourself, give this guy? You don't have to come and tell me and say that you didn't push your entire project. You didn't do an entire video.
Because one person was not available.
One person was not available.
Makes sense. Why the onunti na ultra You get what I'm saying? You have your own vision. You have your own.
And you know the funny thing, it's not as if it's like the Wabontin kind of vibe where it is the producer that produces the sound and then another artist sings the entire song. What you say? So let's say Black Sherif and I think DJ Breezy or Sam Snell, one of them. There was one artist that produced the song, and then the artist performed. If in that situation the artist is absent, then we understand that the producer may have to go because there's no other character involved. The song was sung in entirety by the artist. But this is a song where the artist has about less than 30 seconds verse in it. How do you forfeit an entire production saying that because this person, when you have the vocals and you have ways you could have done things, come on, Charlie. It's
one try.
To sound like a broken record because this same Sarkodie oh no, Charlie.
You understand? So
when you are going to Sarkodie, find a contingency plan.
No,
when you do a feature with Sarkodie,
find a contingency plan for your video.
Doing the verse. Maybe he wasn't even present when the.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
But regardless, I'm saying this is your project. You know, so why wait on somebody to make it a success for you? You should do it.
But success for me comes success.
Say you're not rich if people not talk about you. The one with Dope Nation. You see how they did it. When he was recording in the studio where they take his face and they used it to do their thing because they don't say they're not gonna get them. This same Sark can do a feature with you. He'll do the video and not even put you in it. You did not see the Nigerian artist that came to cry. There are dynamics in the game.
He did a visualizer for the one he did with Kofi Flake Messiah. Flake saw that Charlie be like your man no put me for his side. He too started shooting you. Yeah. Why what? He needs the bars.
King for a reason, man.
Hardest guy. Robert, do you want to touch on this one? Or you over yourself?
No, I'm I'm trying to find out what exactly we are endorsing, what exactly we are raising question marks about.
I mean, it's from Kofi Mole.
No. I understand. Is it an answer to a question? So obviously,
he answered the question.
But then again, we are not privy to the background reasons why this happened or didn't happen. You understand? But then again, if we are bringing, it doesn't. I don't want it to sound like we are saying it's okay for you to be doing collaborations and not necessarily avail yourself of videos. Yeah, like we should be careful. We are not putting that particular narrative as it is okay.
Okay.
You understand? But then again, I'm sure there are reasons why some of these things don't happen. And sometimes, I mean, conversations are necessary. But
nobody even needs a music video. It doesn't make sense to do music videos, trust me.
Oh, for the purposes of promoting it on the visual platforms.
It's not important. I'm telling you, see, I'm speaking from an executive producer point of view. It's costly. It doesn't make sense. People don't even consume it no more. People want to
music videos.
Yes, it is a total waste of time and investment.
No, why do you say that?
Okay, I say we're in 2025. If you look at the dynamics where things are going, people consume stuff like fast food.
Yeah.
And experts, if you go into research, even experts in the game will tell you visualizers are more effective.
Oh, but they are all part of the videos, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I meant visualizers. You don't go and spend a lot of money doing like a proper.
So say it well, so you go fit trend.
Oh, yeah.
Take it.
Yeah, 3 minutes video. They make sense. Go and I sat here someday. I think you guys were having a discussion, and I've said this. The internet here is our greatest enemy and our greatest friend. You have to look at from the angle that would work for you. These days it is visualizers. Short films. The visualizer that your man did, Sarkodie did.
Yeah.
He dropped
For Messiah.
Yes, he dropped it on the day of the event.
Rapaholic, yeah.
He actually shot it there.
Okay.
Yeah, when we were setting up actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's where he shot it.
You can see the works cut crowd when it was shot.
Boom, it's gone. So imagine now he goes to say, I want to do everything. That long.
One camera.
Back. No, iPhone camera. iPhone.
Sharp.
And because that is they shoot the 4K, they shoot the 6K. So now
damn small.
And I'm not here spoiling anybody in job. It not be me. No, it not be me. It be the times.
So just say that okay for
some
songs.
But do you also believe
songs?
But do you also believe that when you have a good production, music video production, it also adds up to the image, uplifting the image of the artist, and also.
Yes, it does. But I'm saying that the space in which we are, you see, era, yeah.
All this guy needs to do is to just use the term. Sometimes
no,
that be all
no.
The list of defense he will die.
All the time.
Even that one you go check
the era.
Wait, and the wait I go punch and go.
Yeah, no. Yes. So the era in which we are doesn't support your your old school music video. It doesn't. Reason being that we are in this era.
What era is that?
The era of consumption. People want to just consume. People are scrolling.
Yeah, but the fact that they want to consume doesn't mean they want to consume substandard.
What is substandard?
Yeah, no,
what do you mean by substandard? What do you mean by
that? What do I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, some visuals can be substandard. Are you saying you haven't seen substandard videos?
No, people can use a video to produce a thing and it will be substandard.
Thank you. I don't even know where he's going with that. Listen, so I'm saying that 2025, even from 2024 to 2025, don't spend time, go and see some director, go rent some light, watch it.
Budok's problem, because it's creative, he feels everybody's like him.
No, it is not.
We sat here right now and we created a music video for a song that played.
And
it was in less than 3 minutes.
No,
because you are creative. Hey! Do you know how long somebody go fit sit on this?
I understand that.
Like 2 years.
But I'm telling you that these days, and especially
which of these days, Ka?
This era.
Define it.
The era
2025.
Yes, we are.
Who is from the consumption point of view? Fast consumption.
Let me say this. Go and just find a typical Kojo entry song. That's 8 minutes, 6 minutes. Today we have songs that are less than 2 minutes.
Yes.
Why is that? It's an era.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So the shelf life of music pushed you to reach this level of saying that, Charlie, right now we know the here.
We don't get time now.
Yeah, I understand that we don't get time, but are you saying that the video should not give us its full value because we don't get time?
What is full value?
But you have watched.
What is full value? What is full value? To who?
Full value.
To you.
Visually.
Yeah, to you, it's different. To me, it's different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. So to you, and I'm saying the industry is moved. If you speak to experts now in the space, they are telling you that shooting one music video will cost you, let's say, maybe a 30 or 40,000 cedis.
Yeah.
You can do 138 visualizers with that. Because what the visualizer does is, every day it reminds you of something else. The music video, once you shoot Asa, we can't be watching the same thing all the time.
But artistically,
you don't
get it.
It brings the meaning.
Yeah, we don't get it. Yeah,
it's something very critical. And I noticed that thing when I worked with my artist and then we shot a music video. I realized that I handle his social media. I realized that whenever I had to do something to remind people about a song, we had to go and do something different.
Thank you.
A visualizer that is different.
No, but this guy knows what I'm saying. He's
but
just
there is
playing
a
devil's
video,
which is good. I like that.
But there is a one video.
Purposes.
No, I understand.
You have a wait.
Yes.
You have a song with Paluta.
Yes.
And you shot a video.
Yes.
It's a waste of time.
Why?
Good. So where's the song now?
The song today.
Where it is?
It there on the DSPs.
Well, what I'm saying is that if you have to
no, mine was a seasonal song.
Okay.
So you can't.
Okay, so
it's a Christmas song.
Cool. So let's just say a song that you want audience to enjoy all the time.
Yes.
Right. And you go and shoot a big budget music video. Now, do you know that every day when you're up, let's say the promotion live for a song, I tell people all the time, 3 months and far, get on to the next one.
Yeah.
So for 3 months, you'll be posting the same music video.
No. So I get it. Artists these days will function as content creators one way or the other.
Exactly.
So you need fresh material.
You see what you just said? We've been like that all that while we didn't get the memo before.
So
every artist is a content creator. What do you create? It's content. We didn't know that. It is just in 2023, 2024 that
we want to eye-open.
Yeah, they can't coin that. We've always been producing content.
I understand.
Yes.
But the artistical side of it, let's say I have a song. People listen to the song, they don't really get it. I can make sure that my music video captures other elements in the song that I want to project.
Do you know that your seasonal song you're talking about? Do you know how I connected with the song?
Tell me.
Do you know I watched your video this year? But I connected the song last year. Guess what? It was Kempaluta's short visualizer that he was doing online. That made me actually connect. The one that he was doing June, July, in New York. That was the part that connected me to the song. I never saw your video, but I knew the song.
But I'm just saying, there are stuff in there. Because when I was putting the music video together, when we started with the production,
why do you want to use yours? You said yours is a seasonal. Move on.
No,
but it was a hit song.
So I want to say this. Boog, I beg. The season end, but I will come back again. Christmas is finished.
So I'm saying that you're going to go and use that same music video.
Definitely, there are other elements in the video that I can push in 2025 out there, and then people will still love it.
So you say elements in the video.
Yes,
that should tell you that you actually even need visualizers to push that.
Exactly.
So segmented parts of the video. So I'm saying that why go and shoot a whole 3 minutes, whatever. Yeah. When you can, you see that same thing. Nice. And feed the people different things every day. That is the era in which we are.
Okay.
People want to see, because you see, it's the space.
So what if you're able to do both?
If you can, why not?
No problem. But I'm telling the person who doesn't or is low on budget doesn't have the budget.
Good. So now I love the final part, the rephrasing.
Yeah. No, but
if
whether
you don't I come. If you don't have budget to go the full multimedia, multi-channel way of reaching out to people. Then you are saying that if you have X amount of money, instead of producing one, produce more.
Let's just say you have the budget. It does not make sense, economic sense. Because if you're going to shoot a 50,000 CDs video.
Hey, Budok, that's an entire sector means
exactly. So
sector of
this one, if I call a music video,
is it me who's saying it? This is not me. I'm telling you what is happening.
To defend their whole.
I just shot a music video, and I know the benefits that I have gained from the music video. Last 2 years, last 2 years, I did a Christmas release with Kim Paluta, and then we were all singing the music video wearing these Christmas hats and all that. I want, because I celebrate my birthday. I'm a December born. I celebrate my birthday in December. So I want that to be something that resonates with my brand. That people get to know. I'm the new the new Father Christmas. What was the name of the guy who used to drop Christmas songs? Kechi Kwame Appiah. The 24th guy. I want to be the new person to fill that space. Now I sit down with Paluta, and then before we even touched on the first key on the keyboard, we were thinking of ways to have a Christmas feel this time around. So we're like, Charlie, any full Christmas. So he started with the vocals before we even got to the instrumentation. When he was talking about, oh, bro, yeah, this, it was okay. Then let's find the Christmas tones that would resonate with that. Now, after doing that, if you hear the song alone and you don't see the video, how do you connect to it? Okay, for people who are going to see it from the video perspective, how do they connect to it? So Claire, we were intentional about even the colors that we would put into the video. Now, people who saw the video were like, oh, Charlie, this complements. You understand it?
When song was bigger than Onapo and Kwenkwen, did they have artists?
No, it's not about. It's not. So it's not. The benefit is not about.
That's seasonal.
I'm saying that.
Am I saying nobody should shoot a video?
You're saying that it doesn't make business sense. So now the business people are listening.
You are not listening, bro. Listen.
Okay, I did listen.
Don't just hear me.
I did listen.
Hearing me, it's just hearing my voice. Listening to me is processing my voice. I'm saying that, don't go and spend money that you don't have or you will need to shoot a big video that will not serve its purpose. Look, your video, you share in 1 week, you share
good. The growth automatically.
You see, luckily for you, it's seasonal. So we've moved.
Yeah, exactly.
So it benefits you. Imagine it was a song that you're hoping that people will grow on. It means that every time you show some other video, whether it be visual, it will still be video.
Find some content to push it.
That's it. All I'm saying.
I get what you're trying to say.
Hey, Minkasa, don't shoot a video. Minkasa. So even if you sit at one place and you shot with whatever, I'm saying that just because continually, like every day, you need to post something. It is consistent. Look, the magic in this world is consistency, nothing else. There's magic in the world, and it is consistency. If you keep showing up, you will make it. But if you...
Oh, they go catch you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thief waited.
Yeah, they go catch you. Yeah.
You keep showing up one day.
Exactly.
One day we'll go catch you.
So don't waste your time, because you have to. We show up every day.
Yeah, but boo, this is where I'm also coming from. I'm also looking at the value that it presents to the artist. There's also value in it.
So here's what
artistically.
Here's what I'm thinking. Now Bulldog has a point, but the way it presents, we know the fit. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because the first point he said video, and then only
music
for me to
video.
No, so only for me to realize that it's not just when he's saying video, he's not referring to the visual. He's referring to a music video in terms of how, like, a professionally produced video. Okay. So there he established a distinction. So he established a distinction between high budget video, which is professionally shot way, and then later on he came to talk about the fact that if you don't have budget, so which means he's talking about you not having money and finding a judicious way of still projecting your wares, not necessarily without video, because at the end of the day, he's also referring to visualizer as an opportunity for you to still be able to accomplish the same thing, and that with a budget, a limited budget, you can do multiple visualizers, and therefore that can be consistent content production that you can put out there that can help speak to whatever you want to do. So I think I understand in a hand, but it
doesn't make sense.
That's why
put all the 30,000 Ghana in one video.
So it's an advice to those who have low budgets.
No, even high budget.
No, if your label. Hello,
these label people say they change. Watch them.
I will go watch.
But
if
they make the change,
if they can,
do you know that today, as we speak, no label in the world will give you money to go and do music? None. They've stopped. Do you know what? It is the DS mother piece where they make money now. It be them, be the labels. I've said this here. I said this, I think, a year or two ago, that now we have to be dealing with them. They have the money. The labels are shutting down unless the labels are transitioning. I think your man was here the other time. links.
Richie,
and he said he's moved from label services to distribution. That is where the money's been there a long time. He be said they will not know.
They will not know where the gold
is. What did they make say?
Gold sheho.
That be where they long time. So today, Spotify, haven't you seen the Spotify things going around where they are saying Spotify is making more money than the artists? Yes.
Because that is where the money comes to direct.
Thank you. And you see, all these Virgin records and all, they've moved into that space because that is where the money is. They are working with these technocrats who are creating these platforms and collecting their money back. You understand? So why would you go and find some? Look, I'm a graphic artist by profession, right?
I was about to punch you with that.
Yes. I don't have a job anymore because there are templates that are doing my job. The AI is here editing videos. What do you mean?
Oh, my father, when I was growing up, my father is a photographer.
Yes.
He doesn't work anymore.
Thank you.
Because me, I take picture plus my phone.
Thank you. These are just the times we find ourselves in. So you see, technology, and again, I say this, is either your enemy or your friend, right?
Depending on how you look at it.
Look, go up on you're on WhatsApp right now, right?
Yeah.
I can go up on your WhatsApp right now. You have an AI assistant. Anything you ask it to do for you.
Yeah.
You don't need to do anything again. All these people, look, soon. The Kwame Dazis and the Edem Totome and things where they get byline. Who's buying newspaper anymore? You know, so if you go there right now and say, I want to write a story about DJ Slim and how effective he's been in the space within
AI,
he did there. That is
Copy
where we
and paste.
Oh yeah, Kemla. This is where we are. Now you see, unless you don't know the prompt, you go your head go pain you. There are softwares that I can put your picture in and say I want DJ Slim to dance and move into Korea and come back. Bad music video, mommy. So who is going to who again to go and shoot what? Then you are in the past. Move with us, the times. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's get on. If you don't get on, Charlie, Ube says Kasa, Ube say Nyakupon Niwo. Nyakupon Aye Oboni.
Onye Oboni.
Mama dream say dream. Why do I drive a hard drive? You are storing information.
Do you know on this same WhatsApp that people used to just chat, you can actually create some of the best images on there. When you go to your Meta AIs, just type imagine and then describe whatever you want to describe to create a picture for you. People don't know that. They go and look for apps and I want to
see, look, we have moved.
Okay.
We are gone. You see, very soon, people, you see cleaning, cleaning a call. You see?
Robot
thank you. So if you don't move, or align, killer.
Okay, so I get where you're coming from and all that. I'm just saying artistically, there you can have.
You don't even need artists anymore. They are gone.
Artists have go.
Hey, listen. Listen.
Okay,
go onto my wall, right? Go onto my wall. I think a year or two ago, right? There's a producer in Nigeria who's released an album. I'll find it and share it in the group when I posted it. He's released the whole album without anybody. You know this thing. There are voices that you can pay and tell the thing to sing what song, and they are singing for you, they are producing for you. We don't need the artist anymore. Now, the question here will be, how do we... Look, let me tell you, the future. I have seen it 5 years ago. Yeah? And I started thinking about that because I had watched movies 15, 20 years back. There's a movie called iRobot. Everybody should go and watch it. It was shot way back. Yeah, when the movie started, this guy, Will Smith. When the movie started, they wrote 2015, and it was way before 2015 that the movie came out. Yeah, they were telling you how life will be in 2015. Now there's another one called Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes. Oh God, I've forgotten the name. We are getting to a space.
Expendables?
No. Demolition Man.
Okay.
Go and watch that. Watch these two movies, Demolition Man and iRobot. We are going to get to a space where if I want to have sex with my beautiful lady here, we don't have to connect and be kissing. We're going to wear helmets. It's there already. Oh, now
No, but you know, there's recently, I think last year, there was a publication that one of the streaming platforms was taking down AI generated sounds, which means that people are actually creating songs.
Yes.
AI.
Thank you.
Uploading on
Thank
DSPs
you.
and making money than the artists.
Thank you.
So they had to step in.
Look,
and take all of them down.
I've been to Madison Square Garden to watch the video. I was at which other stadium? I've forgotten now because it's somewhere in New York, right? Listen, to watch Burna Boy, perform live. Now check this out. We move from home, we get to the venue, and we have to spend another 30 minutes finding parking. Especially in New York, Madison Square Garden. We had to
Crazy.
Yeah, we had to park 10 blocks away and walk in the cold, right? Who would want to do that? Now, maybe I've gone to shop $5 or $6, close to $1,000. My whole outfit, right? My cake, the costume, then I now buy fuel into my car and move. So that's like almost $2,000 way I take come. When I reach there, I for now walk again, come pay different fees. Who want to do that in the future? We don't have time. And this is where, and I'm telling my future now, we are going to get into a space. Yeah, we've done it already, but we didn't do it the way I'm about holograms. So you buy the goddamn ticket. Yeah, you wear the shades, and you are there. Sarkodie they perform like you did your house. They perform. You did hear the sound, everything. We're not going to go any venue again.
But it's not far-fetched.
Thank
Don't
you.
They have those things that they wear. They see
Thank
people
you.
acting hysterically because
Thank
they are
you.
in another reality.
That is where we are going to
reality.
go. But people, when they do the shows, they might not come there yet. Big, we are going to go there now. So now you go and do your setup. And maybe on a green screen, whoever, if it is, and you sell, and it will be cheaper. $1, $2. Everybody. So if imagine Burna Boy is performing, we're going to bring everybody back. Didn't Tupac come to perform with Snoop?
Yeah.
So what are we talking about here?
And guess what? You can say you actually sold out 100,000.
Yes,
because you see the
numbers
units.
are there,
and they actually
and it's cheap.
Experienced it.
$5, $2. Everybody around the world go tune in
At that particular time.
Yes, we all wear the thing and boom. We are there.
Bad.
Yeah, we are there. It go be say you there choco, me a there man probi. I go even talk to that be the thing go.
They connect to
because we are on a platform.
Just
like people go now. We are chatting with ourselves on Facebook, right? We are calling ourselves on Instagram.
Yeah.
It be so now we go there like that. We all me a day a Boko be you there another place, but we there.
Yeah.
You're Slim, what they happen, Charlie? We there.
They're inside.
By the way, there's a development happening where now you see the way you can see people's face.
Yes.
And now they are doing something where you can now smell something. So if you're in the US and you are showing me a Latafa product, there's a way now. Just as I can see your face now, I can smell the product. So they are breaching the senses.
That be where we they go. So if you did that, you won't go shoot music video with who for where?
Well, Kofi Mole. Title of the song is Makoma.
Just wasted money.
I just wasted money.
We're on the Christmas. Yes.
Like for Sean the music video then.
Do them small, like thought. So as we enter January like that,
I go give you one thought.
life is led like that in thoughts.
Simple.
What do you mean?
I chop 35.
You see, did you just wake up to be 35?
No.
Didn't you live 24 hours every day?
Yeah.
That's
So
what I'm
any
saying.
thought.
Kakra ni eko.
Anyway, go and check the video. It will be fresh give you if you've not seen it.
He knows I'm going to say something.
Anyway, stop looking for help from
your music videos. Why?
I'm going to do more.
No, but I think it should be a wake-up call to music video. Those that their entire career is based on that. And what can they do to make sure that in the next 5-10 years they are not disposable? I think that is what he's talking. Not necessarily say don't shoot video, don't film that, because it's an entire industry that is part of our sector.
Yeah, but let him say it himself because he's not saying it.
No, don't shoot. Music video.
You see, you are speaking for him.
She knows what I'm saying.
Yes, she knows, but she's trying to speak for you. But at the end of the day, that's not what you're saying.
Don't waste your time. Go call director, DOP. Don't waste time. Go buy camera.
Yes, yes, they shouldn't waste, but they should go ahead and come.
Simple. Stop looking for help from the government, Richie. Richie Mensah, CEO of Links Group, is saying this to Creative. Ghanaian record producer and chief executive officer for Links Group, Richie Mensah has this preferred advice to his fellow entertainment in a recent interview on Daybreak Hits with DJ Slim, saying that do not, in fact, stop looking for help from the government. Do it yourself. When we entertainers start doing things properly, stop swerving taxes and begin generating substantial income, the government will have no choice but to take notice of us. We need to stop thinking we are special and that we need to be chosen, he said. Richie Mensah's message is underscored by his company's launch of a new music distribution platform, a move aimed at empowering artists. He explained that we semi-launched a music distribution platform to empower people to be creatives, to empower people to be creative. The initiative directly addresses the challenges many artists face in navigating the complexities of the music industry. So if you want to submit your song for distribution, as it stands now, it's a B2B. They are at the B2B phase. You can do that by email. That is distribution@linksfamily.com. Simple and tietia. But in the end, stop looking for handouts. Stop looking for help from the government. This is from Richie Mensah. Tilly, I'll start with you on this one. I don't know if you watched the full interview or part of the interview.
Do you have the sound bites?
Let me see if I can. Wadud, come and sort me out with the sound bite so that I can. Okay, I have it. Okay.
So that you can bite it real quickly.
Yes.
So you know where to bite.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Anyway, till you start.
Man, you not gonna hear the sound bites first.
Yeah, I'm trying to get.
What
it
if
to
I
play.
go to east when the thing is southwest?
I'm trying to get it to play. Wadud, unless you can help me.
Okay, so let me start so that maybe when in the middle.
In the beginning.
In the beginning, let me get to the beginning. So I think where he sits, he doesn't just sit as a music head anymore because his agency has introduced movies. I know they deal with even vixens, video vixens, and a lot more actors now and all. So I don't want to limit what he said to just musicians and creatives as in music. I think now the scope of creativity is very broad, And to me, I think one of the things that's for someone like me, when you say creative, I focus on other than probably the artists that we see on radio and TV, hear on radio and see on TV, is the content creators. Because as Boo said, even the artists are content creators now. Most of them are online trying to do their own thing. There are certain things that you have to rely on the government to do for you, no matter how good you are as a creative, whatever it is, or how financially resourced you are. You have to rely on the government and your state to actually do certain things. And those things sometimes even include the legislation that will make sure that the thing you are even doing in your own home, whether you are paying tax or not, you are even making money. As I sit here as a content creator, I don't make a dime. I don't make a dime as a content creator.
Why?
Because the TikTok does not monetize African content creators. I sit here, I create content every night. When I make my content, my 60 seconds content updates, between, let's say, 9 p.m. that I upload, and then in the morning, main crowd not less than 10,000 views every night for the weekday. So imagine I was in a country where the leaders are actually petitioning, saying that, you know what, we can't let our people create content, or a nation or a continent that says we can't let our people waste their time, our youth waste their time on your platform, and you don't give them anything. Meanwhile, America, they are saying that you are paying them. They are helping their business. They are saying that, you know what, because you want to protect our data, take your app from us, and you are doing everything to ensure that you include these people. What are our African leaders doing to protect us too? You get it? And our time and our resources, and to ensure that the time you are investing in creating content, you are making money. This thing does not border on just the creators. It borders on the government, the leadership of the nation, and to some large extent the continent, to make these things head for the people. So as a creative, I would think that certain things like this can be fed there. Now, when we come to even musicians, the reason why Gamro is very inactive, it's not necessarily because they don't have the accoutrements to work. It's also because there is not a legislation that tells you that 30 seconds is this amount. You get it? That does not lie on the creative. It lies on the state, on the government, to ensure, say, this thing is done, this legislation is working, for people to actually say, I am making enough to pay tax, or to say, I'm not paying, I am special. So I'm saying that there is some aspect of our work that is not onto us.
Okay.
It is onto the government, the state, and people that will ensure that things. I'm saying it is out there, the artists that they've taken it to their legislators to talk to the DSPs to ensure that the monies they are making is enough, because they feel like the DSPs are duping the creatives. It is not the artists that can do that. It is the legislation. So we can only talk and lobby and all, but the real work has to be done. The legislation, the airline, whatever we've spoken about it, if our lips could actually make things happen, it would have happened. It has to be people intentionally in government, intentionally pushing those agendas to help the creatives. So I understand what he's saying. As I said, there are aspects that solely relies on us, the creative, but there are also aspects that rely on government that we have to be constantly vociferous to make sure those things happen for us. And we cannot say that because you're creative, don't rely on government. We need to rely on government for certain things, but certain things too, of course, we can rely on ourselves. So I want to really hear the sound bites and know what
I'm trying to get it to play, but forgive me on that. Anyway, Robert,
I need one.
Yeah.
Robert, you were in the studio when we were having the convo.
Yes. I mean, the context is king always, you know, and if you were here, then you'd basically understand the context. That's the context of the submission, the context of the content. Yeah, I'm loving that. Yeah. So basically, it's talking about. It's from the background of you not waiting for handouts, because again, when you hear songs like "I'm a Hustler" or the word hustle, and you know you see a lot of hip hop artists subscribing to it, or you know people who are like, yo, I'm from the streets. What they're trying to say is like, yo, we make things happen. We run things don't run we. Like we don't literally wait for you to feed us. we literally look for food wherever there is. If you give a stone, we'll find water out of it. If I'm in hell, I'll sell fire to the devil. That kind of stuff. You know, like Eskimos. I'm with the Eskimos. I'm still selling ice. Like I'm making impossible possible. That kind of stuff. That kind of attitude. Now, that sort of mentality, everybody needs to be able to progress. So that irrespective of the environment you are in, irrespective of who is supposed to do what, you are taking your destiny into your own hands so you can achieve, you can elevate your game, you can maximize, you can commercialize, you can attain a height never you could, because at the end of the day your life is yours and you want to be responsible for it. So that in itself we love, and it's good cause because it's something that applies to everybody in any space whatsoever. However, from the perspective of the fact that we live in a society and certain people are responsible for doing certain specific jobs, we need to also call it out when we need to call it out. Because there's a mandate for a president, there's a mandate for a minister, there's a mandate for certain agencies. And it is our responsibility to ensure in the space and context of democracy that we are holding the people accountable in terms of they performing their role. And that accountability is even found in the Constitution. So to be politically right, we need to even hold institutions that are responsible for doing certain things to doing them. You know, so I understand that particular mentality. And that should also include the fact that we don't allow people to take us for granted. So if somebody is supposed to do something, they should do it because it's part of the national cake. Everybody deserves to be able to benefit from it and off it. Because you see, again, take the creative industry, 4 clear legs. We have the creatives, we have the businesses, we have the business professionals, and we have the support system. The support system are usually macro, things that are outside of your ability to do for yourself. You understand? In fact, to a certain extent, you can even talk about having... So, assuming we wanted to create a national theatre, you know how long it would take we?
Yeah.
Exactly. But if the government steps in, then that becomes a hub and we all operate from that particular place. There are laws that we can't make for ourselves. The institution has to make the laws. There are international relations that are supposed to have been done for us. You understand? Imagine if your passport, you just get up and go to any country. That is state created. And it just facilitates the artist's ability to be able to go everywhere and anywhere. Because if I did do, I work hard, whatever, but they say, no, give me visa, what I would do? You understand what I'm saying? So
show me some.
Yeah, and so I think for me, the outlook of everybody should be the fact that, yes, manage your space, the things that you are responsible for, that you're directly affecting daily, do them, take ownership, and don't wait for handouts. But any other person who is responsible for creating the right environment for you, hold them accountable. And even in certain cases, be a collaborator.
Okay.
To these people who are supposed to be making the decisions on your behalf, so you can inform and give them the necessary insights needed so that they can take the right policies, or make the right policies or right decisions that affects or helps you create the conducive environment for you to thrive. That's my point. So yes, he's right in that particular sense, but we also need to look at the other one and then blend the two together. So at the end of the day, we have a stronger benefit.
Okay. Boo.
I think my people have said it all. What I was just add is, I'm yet to see any creative going to ask any government for a handout. I've not seen, unless there are clear examples. I don't know when he spoke, if he cited some examples, because whatever we've been asking all this while aren't handouts. All we're saying is that we don't understand why the carpenter will make a chair or make a bed and make their money. But when we create content, we don't make nothing.
Yeah.
So create the enabling environment so we can recoup investments. That's all every creative is. When we shout, with the shout, I think that's what it is. So unless he has a specific,
US in a easy.
Oh, this one, they won't derail me. He has a specific case to state. Then, I mean, it will not fall in place because nobody is going out there asking anybody for, because handouts, they will mami kakra. I don't think any creator is out there doing that. Every creator who's shouting or who's asking for something or backing or whatever is saying that, listen, the space is not convenient. It is not helping what we're doing. It is not you know, what we put in, we don't get.
Yeah.
You know, like she said, she's been creating a lot of content. She's not making. We've been here over 2 decades.
You not see nothing.
Oh, it be insults with the sea.
Big man, you not see nothing.
Yeah, a lot of ungratefulness, you know. Yes, you know.
Not see nothing.
Yes, so elsewhere I'll be your Don Jazzy. I get some money to back it.
You know what I mean?
You know, yeah, I'm only Don Jazzy in the brain. I'll be something in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I think that's what every creative is asking for.
Yeah.
I mean, our boss here just walked in, and he's been doing dance satira and dance. He's been championing dance forever.
Yeah.
Look, you cannot take what is happening today on our socials. You cannot say that story without mentioning him.
Yeah.
You know, he's been a big contributor and collaborator to whatever is here today. All the Ziggies, you know, he's been there. So if 10 years down the line, we still define Uber, or we still define some trotro, or we still no get place we go sleep, or even food to eat, most importantly, then if you see, say, the space in which we operate is not, look, as it stands here now, right, how many lawyers know about what we do, IP, all these things, they don't even know about it. So you now have to go and now talk about it before they will understand. Then they'll go take them from some angle. They don't go understand. Look, when Catherine Afeku was Minister for Tourism, there was a gathering we went to at the
Attic.
Yes.
I was there.
Good. And I said something. I said, listen, there's something called blank levy fees. Blank levy fees are fees charged from government, you know, on goods that are able to copy intellectual work. So let's say if you are importing a photocopier, government will charge you money. Yes, blank CDs, all that stuff, right? Till today. Now we have moved from that era now, right? Who is now distributing our stuff? It is the telcos. Back then, when go back, that's like 8 years ago. That's when I said that we should be charging the telcos. How many are there? Just 4.
4 major ones.
Yeah, blank data fees. Today, who's spreading our stuff? It is the platform that they've availed for all of us to share our stuff. So back then, I said we should be charging them that.
Even if you want to take it a step further, the phones are able to store
Yes.
and hear.
Yes.
So if the phone is a
No, the
storing
phone
device,
they take already.
they take the phones.
Oh, long time.
So like
It be part of it.
Samsung, and then
They
everybody take. Oh,
so
Techno, all of them.
So yes, so they charge on those people because it's a device you can charge that. But all I'm trying to say is there's a platform. So the phones there, anybody where they import phone, they could take that thing from them. Oh, they take long time. Now they start to take all these the thing we did, what we decoder. They take all those things. Yeah, because it be device where they go for. But who is allowing this thing to share? It be the platforms that like the data platform. So we should be charging them. There has to be a separate money we for collect from them. They are just for what.
No, so when they say data, then it goes beyond even telcos. You know, because like what's
The
the
other
name of,
data
there were some
providers.
data providers who
Thank
are
you.
not necessarily what's the
Starlink.
name? I've forgotten.
Starlink.
Is it Starlink? There were a few of them, like
Yeah.
4 of them, 3 of them that were in the space.
yeah,
you know.
You understand? So we should go, that be the level, the airline should include it. And the last I met one of the Gamro guys at my lawyer's place. And he said, whoa, why can't we not think about this? I said, I've said this thing 8 years ago. We for move, the thing move, we for move. So these are the things we're asking for. Because blank levy fees are supposed to go to executive producers, not even the artists. So if you're an artist and you double up as an executive producer, yes, you get that money. But if you don't, it is for the big bands and the whoever, the Kwekumantis, myself, who are putting money into the work.
Yeah.
Because we put the money, we know they see them. You understand? So we should transcend into that space and we'll make some good money for creatives. If some of these things are done, nobody go. The reason why we are called creatives is we create out of nothing. We are gods. So somebody can just go feed it. Look, there's this guy, one of the richest in the space. He doesn't even speak. All he does is this.
Kabu something.
Yeah, Kabilim.
What did they make an answer?
Millionaire.
You see, billionaire. You see, yeah.
No. It depends on which currency.
Ghana money, Ghana
okay,
money.
okay.
Trillionaire.
You understand what I talk about? So, if this is what we're asking, because elsewhere,
So Nigerian money
it's happening. It's happening elsewhere. The laws are working.
Yeah.
Systems are in place. I mean, for every time frame, people are going into the space and tweaking the law to suit the times.
Yeah.
You understand? These are the things we're asking for.
Yeah.
What you say?
So it's not handouts.
And then check this out. And funny enough, look, if you, from the perspective of governments and businesses and stuff like that, sometimes I would read, for example, that China wants to raise X number of millionaires this year. Like new.
It's deliberate.
New millionaires.
Exactly.
It's deliberate.
Wow. It means it's wealth creation. Yes. And they want to be able to empower people to have enough.
Yes.
Can you imagine if we started by saying, okay, in the creative arts sector, I don't know about other sectors, but in the creative arts sector, I want to be able to create millionaires, at least 10 millionaires this year. In the creative arts sector, we want to identify 5 businesses that have a profit, that are able to generate profitability of 1 million. These targets get you thinking. What should I engineer? Where should I put money? How does it impact this particular activity? How many people are we going to employ in terms of the multiplier effect? You understand? Because you can calculate and say, if I put X amount of money into businesses, because Bull House is a business, it's not Bulldog.
Yeah,
Bull House. And if you empower all the social enterprises, then you calculate, okay, how many people? Maybe each one of them can now employ five people. So therefore, what does it mean? And what is going to be the effect if the people that are coming in are from highly educated backgrounds? So somebody has gone to study marketing, experts. Somebody has done law, experts. You put, that kind of stuff. If you plan some of these things, you can engineer an economic growth within the creative economy. Because when we say creative economy, it's really economy. The element there is value exchange.
And you see what you said right there. Ask yourself, tell me if there is a curriculum for that.
For that, yeah.
None.
To get.
They are just discussing normal
entertainment
business.
lawyers,
Yes, nothing.
Yeah. Accounting.
Go to all the universities. They don't even understand it. You see, and if they want to do this, then they need to come and get some of us to go and lecture them. Because we are here. I keep saying that the people that created school or the educational system, they've never sat in a class. Think about it.
True.
Or at least they sit inside when they say question mark. They
know they do for some people to follow.
Simple.
So all we're asking is create the enabling environment.
That's all.
For us to thrive.
And that's not a handout.
Look, I believe that even the people who are asking for handouts in traffic lights and all that, we see them all the time, they are not happy. Look, there's something about your soul.
Right.
Yes, there's something inner built that when you are begging for something, they feel am. Every human being has it. I'm telling you. Look, you see, there's this popular adage that, a lot of people don't make it because they fear rejection. Yeah, so it's like, and look, what are you saying? If we want to take it to the next level, going to submit a proposal to ask for a job is actually begging. Maybe what?
One way or the other.
Yeah, on the other level, next level.
On the corporate.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I've been in that space, we do proposals. He will tell you, chat house, we say we want to go and poach. Somebody, they do the work already. We say we won't go take them. Yes. You see, that be the way they don't go talk beg.
They're going to pitch.
Yes, they don't go talk begging, but it be the same thing.
They're going to beg.
Okay, right now, are you using the word beg from pidgin angle, or you're using begging from English angle? I want to understand. Because you see,
but pidgin and English are different.
You see, it's actually, I beg, do this, give me. You see, it's not like.
No, it be the same thing.
No, not necessarily.
No, it be the same thing. Oh, child, I beg, I won't make you, play my song for me. Then we get somewhere I will come do PowerPoint presentation to you. Why you for play my song? Or be begging?
No, not be begging. Because you see, even in the regular English, I'll come and say, Charlie, please, please,
please,
please,
being polite.
kindly play the song for me. I know you use the word beg. And then we have Charlie, I beg.
Charlie, you see.
That's what I'm saying.
No, Master, I be the actor. They talk about. Don't be the English.
Now, the last part. The last
Which matter I want to talk with this?
The pitching, a particular.
You the beg in a very more professional. So
In a more professional.
In that case, what I'm doing is this. In that case, what I'm doing is I'm explaining to you the 101 reasons why you can't afford to go without me.
Yes.
Because your objectives are in 3 areas.
It's in the
And clearly, I'm giving you value on all the 3. And after that, the 4th and the 5th. So why are you wasting your money on music video when you can
When you can have me. When you can have me.
when you can have visuals.
Begging the more digital professional.
You don't know. I'm just informing you. Say the person you need is here. That's all.
It'll be easy.
You understand?
Anyway, well, let's wrap up. Let's wrap up.
So we beg the government.
We
Make
beg.
they do the right. They create the enabling environment for us to stop begging.
In fact, even in politics, they say you have to lobby for them.
Thank you.
Beg in the
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, lobby.
Hey, me buy, don't be begging.
Anyway, well, time fast spent. Thank you, Tilly, for joining us today on the
Charlie,
show.
now
Thank
the
you.
show for go for.
Hey.
Like the 12, you know the beat.
Thank you, Robert, for joining us today. Thank you, Boo. Mofanche, we were supposed to activate the phone lines, but Charlie, time fast spent. Just remember that Ghana Dance Industry Awards on the 8th Ghana.
Of February.
Yes, on the 8th of